The fastest way to grow your message and then grow your business as a thought leader, whether you are emerging thought leader, whether you are already serve and lead from the place of true thought leadership, it is my intention to share with you very practical and grounded principles that can support you in sharing your heart and sharing your soul in a much more bigger way that is authentic and unique to you. And I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Katerina Satori, and my work in the world is all about empowering people to follow their true soul potential, develop their gifts, and serve humanity from the place of true thought leadership. And I'd love to start with the definition of thought leadership. This entire idea began to appeal to me a couple of years ago. And I never resonated with it simply as a title or something to aim for, or even someone to become. But one of the wonderful coaches, high performance coaches that I studied from, Rich Litvin, he said that thought leadership is a place that you choose to come from. It's not a place that you arrive, it's not a title, it's not a role even you play. It's a place you choose to come from, right? It's a set point that you choose to come from. And I really love that, because if I see myself, okay, this is where I choose to come from, then naturally what I choose to share and how I choose to show up and how I choose to contribute gets elevated, because I come from this elevated place of higher service, devotional, benevolent leadership. There are many, many characteristics of how do you know you're coming from a place of thought leadership. I'll just share with you one today. One. And one is thought leaders expand ideas that matter. Thought leaders expand ideas that matter. This is the reason why I titled this video, The Fastest Way to Grow Your Message, instead of the fastest way to make six figures, the fastest way to grow your business. I am bored of that conversation, because the focus is focuses a little bit on the different things. I have found the moment I stop chasing money, the moment I stop chasing these wins and numbers every month, and I realign myself, what is the message that I'm committed to spreading today? What is the message? What is the idea that I'm choosing to expand today, this month, this year? What is the voice I am choosing to give to this topic, to this subject, and why? What is the story I'm willing to tell? What is the story I am not telling? So you see, I found the moment I began to really, really get attuned to a deeper why, and the moment I aligned, it's all about the message. It's all about expanding ideas that matter. Because when you focus on the message, your message becomes the messenger, and it reaches to the people and to the communities that are looking for this idea that you are willing to expand and to contribute and to share with your generosity. All right, enough preview. Are you ready to know what is the number one? What is the fastest way to share that message? It's very, very simple. The fastest way to grow your message is to speak. To speak. You may say, Katerina, this is so simple. Simple does not always mean easy. And in the past, before we turn into entire world as a virtual world, speaking, oftentimes when you say the fastest way to grow your message is through speaking, people would associate speaking by speaking on stages, by booking speaking gigs, by becoming a speaker. Well, things are so different right now, and you can have your own stage inside your living room. Are you using your stage at the full capacity that you truly, truly can? That's the question a person who chooses to come from thought leadership would be willing to ask. So, the fastest way to grow your message and to grow your business is to speak about your message, to speak about your message, but to do it in a way that moves people's souls, to do it in a way that inspires others to reach for their dreams, to believe in their message, to believe in their voice, right? This is such a great opportunity that we have right now, beloveds. I also love this idea that, when you choose to come from a place of thought leadership by expanding ideas that are meaningful to you, that you believe in, you begin to ask yourself, how can I expand my stage in a way, my circle of influence? So you dare to go to a new stage, to a new platform. You dare to innovate. You dare to take risks and be visible in a new way. And you're absolutely okay with fear and doubt and vulnerability that comes up and the awkwardness of expression in a new way. You're okay with that. You anticipate that as a crucial part of you developing a new ability to express yourself. So, the reason why speaking is so powerful is because you see yourself as a champion of this message that you believe, right? If in the past, leaders of the company could hire a speaker, it would say, come and motivate my team. Right now, every leader, at least I hope and I pray that every leader who is conscious and who is committed to developing the leaders that he serves, right? He's asking himself or herself a question: how can I inspire my team? How can I inspire my community? How can I champion the vision and the message of this company? And that requires a leader to see himself or herself as a speaker, as a champion. And that requires a new level of expression, a new level of voice to be activated. You see, a lot of times I hear that people are afraid of live streams. And I say, you're not afraid of live streams. You are afraid of not looking perfect. You are afraid of not looking, not getting it right away. But that fear points to a freedom that you yet to discover. Freedom of trusting yourself so deeply that you allow your natural expression to come through. Your natural expression will not come through right away. You get to excavate it. You get to excavate it through practice, through daily discipline, through hundreds and hundreds of live streams that you will probably not going to be happy with, right? But the longer you wait to start speaking, and if you're already speaking, are you speaking with your full range? Are you risking to expressing yourself with new level of softness, with new level of pauses, or maybe with new level of power and raw that people feel your passion, right? So the virtual reality that we have right now, it's not going anywhere, my friends. It's only going to get more virtual. And the collective is getting more and more, how would I say it? The collective of humanity is getting more and more accustomed to taking online classes, to having Zoom conversations. I was looking at, at this beautician that I was going to go here, and she's doing all of her first patient meetings on Zoom. And she's loving it. And she's like, I am loving this. No more in-person appointments, right? So the collective of humanity is coming more and more on board, that a lot of things that we used to do in person will not return to the in-person component. So knowing that, What a great opportunity to get your voice out and to get your message and to get your mission forward in a way that is inspiring, in a way that is captivating, in the way that is enchanting, right? So it's very, very powerful because I see a lot of people holding themselves back from utilizing this incredible opportunity to be visible on camera, simply because they are listening to the voices of constriction. You know, I always say there's two voices you're going to hear every time you do something brave, whether it's writing a book, asking a crush on a date, right? Writing that love letter, or making a proposal to a future client, or negotiating a new agreements. You're going to hear two voices. There's going to be a voice of constriction that will want you to say, no, don't do it, or do it later. Don't do it, or do it later. Don't do it now. You're not ready. You're not put together. You don't know how to express this. That's a voice of constriction that is wanting you to shrink back and to stay where you are comfortable of staying. And then there is a voice of your vision that says, if I deeply believe in this message, and I believe that this message is, I am being called to expand this message, this mission, this voice of mine, this story, right? Because I know it can change people's lives. That I will be willing to pay the price of feeling awkward, feeling vulnerable, feeling exposed in my expression. This is the huge, huge part of the alchemy of unlocking your voice. So I often give my students and my clients assignment of delivering, 7-day live streams, 21-day live streams, 30-day live streams, and really encouraging them to find the joy in the process. I ask myself, what would make it fun for you? What would make it fun for you? It's not enough to show up on a live stream once a month, even once a week. If you are building community, or if you feel on fire with a deeper voice that's coming through for you, the fastest way you can refine that message is by being willing to speak about it, by being willing for others to get to know the real you, by being willing to let people in vulnerability of your creative process, right? So this is, I have found, darlings, is very, very powerful. When people ask me, well, Katerina, what helps you to effortlessly call in the most incredible, aligned 5-figure clients, right? What helps you to grow the business? To fill your courses, to sell the group coaching that you offer, right? The number one thing is because I focus on the message. I focus on what is the vision? What is the message? What is the unique opportunity that I feel in my heart? And I believe in that message so much that I cannot contain it. I cannot wait to share it. And then I see the joy and fun in finding new ways to present that vision, and new ways to speak about it, new ways to ignite curiosity in people, right? So for example, one of my core message, and how to make it practical. I did promise you practical thing. Okay, let me see if you're still with me, because I am not able to say, since I am on Zoom, loves. Let's see if you're here with me. How are you? How are you, loves? So practical tip, right? You like, Katerina, you promised practical. I did promise you practical. The fastest way to find your message, loves, is ask yourself, if I could only speak about 3 topics for the next 90 days, And I give myself like this creative challenge to go deep into those topics, to approach them from every angle. What are the topics that I would choose? Right? And this will help you see the connection. Why are those topics meaningful to you? I guarantee you, they are linked to something that you had learned through harsh experience in your life. They are linked to your deepest embodied wisdom right now. And those three messages will evolve and they will change with the expansion of your consciousness and expansion of your mission and expansion of your business. Right? I keep coming back to these messages. Like I have a message of mastery. I have a message of creativity. I have a message of, confidence. A lot of times people ask me about confidence, right? So, for example, creativity. This is one of my favorite messages to talk about because I deeply believe it does not matter what your present circumstances look like. It doesn't matter if you're starting over from scratch. It doesn't matter if you're learning new skill and you feel like a wobbly Bambi, right? Like the newborn baby, Bambi with wobbly feet. We all feel like that when we're doing something new. Loves, when I was opening up my writing channel, I was very confident with my speaking because I've done hundreds and hundreds of live streams, right? But when I was opening up my writing channel, it was incredibly vulnerable for me. I felt wobbly Bambi, right? I write something and I'm like, oh, I can't even look at this. Can you believe this? Yes, yes, yes. Please listen to this. I couldn't even read what I wrote right away. I had to let it breathe. And I put it aside, I channeled because, this is how you open the channel. You have to allow critic to move aside and for you to just, what do you want to say? What is the truth of your soul? What do you want to say when you're not trying so hard to get it right or to impress everybody on the block? What do you want to say? What is the message that, if you had 2 days to live, what would you say? And that will bring up some vulnerability because it will be tied into something that you still protect. Something that you still think may be unacceptable about you, but that lays your deepest wisdom, your deepest daring to taste life, to throw yourself into life, to experience something, to make a mess, to learn from your mess, right? To realize, oh my goodness, I am a sacred mess, right? And I'm totally perfect in this beautiful, divine, messy, alive journey. So when I was opening up my creative channel, loves, it was always vulnerable. It was very vulnerable, and it's been willing to wake up at 5 a.m. and type, and type, and type, and not censor it, and allow it. And every day I see improvement. It's a 1%, but it's getting better. It's getting better. It's getting better because I know when I activate the power of my writing, I will be able to reach millions of people instead of hundreds. But I can't just wake up and just wish for this to happen. I have to wake up and make my fingers bleed on a keyboard, metaphorically speaking. I'm expressing like a true Leo, quite dramatic, but this is my expression, right? Allowing that Leo nature to come through. So it is beautiful. I believe the creativity that we all have inside of us, when it is awoken, when it is refined, this is our true treasure that nobody can take away from you. In your creativity lies your power. In your passion lies your power. The fastest way to grow your message is through speaking. The fastest way to grow your business is through speaking. And I see so many people leak their power by delaying this very important process because they're afraid to look imperfect. They're afraid to say the wrong thing. They're afraid that expression will not come out right. You can count that this will happen. So what? So what? I remember Deepak Chopra said the highest form of human intelligence is to observe yourself without judgment. The highest form of human intelligence is to observe yourself without judgment. May we welcome the vulnerability that comes with sharing our true voice as a sign that we are leaning into our courageous moment. May we slay comparison demons. And if it helps you to put the blinders on, I often share loves the people like, have you seen what so and so does? Have you seen do you know so and so in the industry? And I'm like, no, 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 because I have this ability to put the blinders on, so and so and so and so and so and so on the same team with me called Team Source. So if I'm naturally inspired by somebody, I will find them and I will follow and read their posts because I'm inspired by their brilliance, not because I want to like imitate and copy what they do. Right? So if it helps you to put these blinders on and say, I love my blinders, they help me to stay focused on my service, on the idea that is alive for me, on the message that is alive for me. And I'm going to show up and I'm going to deliver, I'm going to grow my message. I'm going to expand this idea because I know if I am gone tomorrow, I did something really, really important. I helped somebody to experience the expansion by seeing their life and their abilities and their heart and their soul in a new way. And that is so fulfilling, my friends. It is so fulfilling. So embrace the vulnerability that comes with this process and focus on growing the message, and your business will grow naturally. Yes, you still get to learn the business skills. Yes, you still get to refine the business skills. The most dangerous place to rest is on our laurels. The most dangerous place. When you catch yourself, yeah, Katerina, I know all of this. When you catch yourself, just pause and say, ooh, I'm about to rest on my laurels. And let me be a humble student. Let me be a hungry student. Let me say, you know what? I have an hour today, and instead of watching Netflix, I am going to refine a skill. I'm going to record 5 videos today, and I'm going to release them, and I'm not going to judge myself for performance. I'm going to celebrate myself for my courage, right? So it's very powerful, loves, because right now we have such great opportunity. 7 years ago was a great opportunity, right? 8 years ago. Right now is a great opportunity for you to rise and say, I have a message. If you really, really feel that, because I feel that a lot of people who connect with my live streams, they already carry a very powerful message that they cannot help but share. And you say, I have this message and it's so alive in my heart that I'd love to share it, and I'd love to expand it, and I would love to ask myself, in what other way I can share this message. So I love you. Thank you so much for joining me, darlings. It's very, very powerful to believe in your voice. And I am growing my YouTube channel, right? And I'm doing it organically. So one more final thing I'll share with you, the difference between organic and inorganic growth. If you took any of my business trainings, you will hear me say that I don't believe in Facebook ads or any kind of ads right away. I think it's a waste of your time, it's a waste of your money, and it's a shortcut. It's a shortcut. The ads are appropriate at a particular stage of your business, probably around when your business is making solid 7 figures. The ads are very useful. But before you get there, You get to celebrate the organic growth. The organic growth, right? It's like seeing yourself as a gardener who tends to the garden, which is called your Facebook page or your Instagram page or YouTube page. And it's this devotional vibration where you show up and you share your voice. You show up and you generously offer yourself without agenda, you know? And that's organic growth. Organic doesn't grow as, something that you grow with pesticides, right? Or in America, we have a lot of that where artificial growth is actually celebrated. Artificial growth is celebrated, but it's not sustainable. And artificial growth will never bring the most exquisite, authentic beauty. Organic growth may look slower. You may like share amazing content and you get like 5 people who see it. And that a lot of people get discouraged by that, but I invite you to see it. This is a process of organic growth. Organic, right? Where you look at that and you say, I am polishing my message, I am growing my message, I am expanding my courage, I am improving my delivery, I am becoming more and more comfortable on video. That is priceless. And I am growing organically. I promise you, loves, when you focus on organic growth, what happens, you organically earn people's respect. You organically earn people's trust. And you organically earn people's admiration. You cannot artificially get that, right? So that when there's, like, get the ads, just blast everything through the ads, and here you are, expert and all of that. Doesn't work like that. How many ads have you clicked in the last 30 days? I don't remember clicking on any ad in the last 3 years. So I know the people that I love serving, who are devoted to moving humanity forward, who are on fire with their message, who are on fire with their mission. I get to earn their loyalty. I got to earn their trust, and I got to earn their respect, and I do it every single day. Can't buy that. You can't buy that. And you can't take a shortcut, no matter what any marketing courses tell you. You go slow and steady, and you earn your community's trust, and you keep it. And you keep it every day because it brings you joy, because it's who you are. Because it's who you are. Loves, we have a great opportunity right now to really support humanity that is going through a massive initiation with what it's called the Dark Mother, the goddess, and a lot of people. And so this is what happened, just a little bit to kind of wrap up what's happening archetypally and collectively in the world. Last year, just imagine last year, a lot of people were in the shock, right? So they would freeze, they would conserve the energy, conserve resources, conserve shock. So how do people respond to rapid change, right? To unexpected disturbance in their life? They either freeze or they run, right? But a lot of people were in shock. Right now, what's happening is that people are either saying, I get to create a new reality, means I got to learn new skills, because new skills equals new money. Skills equals money right now. The more skills you have, and the more those skills are needed in the world, the more in demand your skills will become. Right? So right now, a lot of people looking, how can I gain more skills? How can I gain skills that are relevant in this virtual world? right? This is why every program that I offer right now, I'm like, hey, you know what? Just forgot I have this on-demand self-study program called Sovereign Coach Intensive that helps you to become sovereign in your ability to share your message, enroll clients, and build a community. Clients craft community. I'm like, this is the program that I get to remind people that I have. And I also have a business athlete mindset program that is also very affordable, because I know when you're developing new skill, all of these gremlins come up. Who are you? This is not gonna work. You're gonna suck. This is never gonna work for you, right? So I look at so many products that I have. I'm like, which products will serve my community the most and the fastest right now? Sovereign Coach Intensive, Business Athlete Mindset, both on my website and the courses available for you to support you in shining in this industry. So if a lot of people were frozen last year, right now people are digging through the fears. They're digging through the shadows, and all the inner work that people avoided for the last 5 years. Now they have to go through a crash course of inner work. And if you know you are capable holding space and guiding a soul through a transformational process like emotional healing, spiritual awakening, right? Shadow work. And if you not wake up every day and you let your community know that you are available for this service through speaking about it, you are avoiding your most courageous work that is needed right now. So if you say, Katerina, I already show up every single day, I love you and I honor you, and keep going. Maybe this is going to be a live stream that reminds you how important is your voice. How important is your voice, right? And focus on the joy of this process. I love you so much. I'm falling out of dress. I guess this is my style. You're like, oh, that woman in live streams that falls out of her dresses. I like her live streams. Something like that, right, loves? So like I am experimenting with this new platform called Clubhouse tonight. I'm gonna go jam on that. I have no idea how the thing works. I think you just press the button, start talking. Do you think I worry? No, I just say, I'm going to play with it. Just sounds like fun. It's like a new app. I'm going to try it. It's going to be fun, right? The same thing with YouTube, loves. Do you think I know how the YouTube algorithms work, how to put eyes on my channel? No, I don't worry about it, because I know spirit is guiding people to the message that I am channeling for spirit. My job is just show up and speak, show up and lead, show up and serve. Give the rest to spirit. Yes, learn as much business as you can, 2 hours a day. Sometimes, love, 2 hours a day I train. Whether it's I'm going to learn a new way to launch a program, I'm going to work on my speaking, I'm going to work on leadership, 2 hours a day. Not every day, of course, but consistently. And I found that when you don't rest on your laurels, you stay in humility and you stay in the magic of this journey, because remember the magic, right, loves? The magic of being able to share your message. We live in such unique times. Imagine if you and I lived even 20 years ago, where you had to know somebody to get on a radio station, to get a speaking spot for 5 minutes. Oh, what? Oh, you got to write a book for 10 years and then know somebody to get you into publishing, and then get rejected 50 times and get crushed by that. We have unlimited opportunity to be creative. The most incredible technology comes out every month to support us growing our message now, growing our vision, growing our business. And if the voice of constriction is the only thing that holds us back, What a shame. What a waste of this opportunity. I bet your mother and my mother wished they would be in our shoes. My mom is rocking YouTube channel, loves. I talk about it all the time, right? My mom is rocking YouTube channel, 26,000 women. My mom shows up and speaks every day for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. Every day on YouTube Live. And she created and she created an income for herself living in Russia, where things are not easy, right? And she's like, I'm gonna go and speak and share my voice and my message. And organically, in 3 years, she builds this platform. And now YouTube compensates her because of so much organic traffic on her website. So if you ever get in doubt, go see my mom's YouTube. She's a very simple woman. My mom has very little feminine in her. She's very like tomboy, I would say. And that's who she is. And she embraces it. And she does not try to impress anybody. She gets haters, she gets critics, and she just keeps on going. So, I see some of her YouTubes when her feelings get hurt, because I understand she speaks in Russian. She doesn't speak English at all. And a couple of YouTube loves when she got her first hater who gossiped behind her back on YouTube, because like we all create our own mini community and mini bubbles. So my mom is in this knitting community where women knit, right? So there's like rivalry, right? And so somebody was gossiping about her, and it really hurt her feelings. And she shows up on this live stream and basically delivers that message, like it hurt my feelings, and I'll never let anybody walk over me. My mom is like that. She's like, she's a fighter. She'll always been like a fighter in her life. So she will never let anybody walk over her life. But what I liked about her, she was willing to share vulnerability and share, because a lot of times people don't understand that criticism and somebody talking about behind your back and maybe gossip and envy, it comes with this courageous journey. It just comes with it. You got to be at peace with it, and you got to see it as a way of staying in your center. You like, my prayer is also came from Deepak Chopra, and it's very simple. May I not be influenced by criticism or flattery. May I not be influenced by criticism or flattery. May I stay at my center, because I remember that I am here because of the message. My message is so important. This message, that mission that found me, is so important. That's why I show up. All right, my loves, I am so grateful. I get to go and support a private client. So I got to go align for this. But I'm really, really happy that this message wanted to come through today very strong, because it is January 22nd. This year will go by like this. Trust me on this. It will be much, much faster year. This is the year of unexpected opportunities that we create through creativity, through opening up our throat chakra, sharing the message that we may be afraid to share, and becoming visible even more than we already do so. And if you'd like some tools and deeper encouragement, imagine me for like 6 hours in one program. Sovereign Coach Intensive is the one that I highly recommend. And recently I've been giving business athlete mindset as a bonus. So if you enroll in Sovereign Coach Intensive, you get business mindset athlete as a bonus. And this is going to be my offer for the month of January. You can find it on my website, katerinasatori.com, under courses. You look on the business courses, and it's right there. So may it serve you, may it inspire you to share your message, your vision, and your love with the community that you serve organically. And that organic growth will bear the most beautiful, beautiful harvest for you of mastery, wisdom, real authentic connection. And that is priceless.